Let's talk going solar without getting burned. Here are 4 things to know before choosing to work with any solar company. Tip number 1, understand the kind of solar company you're dealing with, because not all solar companies have the same business model. Nowadays, anyone can start a solar sales or lead generating company and outsource your project to third-party installers to do the work. If you're vetting companies for their quality and customer experience, it can be difficult to know what you can expect from them because you'll find yourself needing to research both the sales company and installation company. That is, if you could even find details on them. You also have the risk of getting the runaround if things go wrong, because the company who sold you your system isn't the same one who managed your project. An easy way to find out if the solar company you're speaking with will be the one to do the installation is to simply ask them, who will be installing my system and what is your scope of work? And to ask for an electrical contractor license number, which is required by any organization performing the installation. You can look up this license number to make sure they're in good standing. Many of the door knockers and online solar ads you see are from these fly-by-night companies who outsource your project, which brings us to tip number 2, beware the solar door knocker. Door knocking in and of itself isn't a bad thing, though it can be undoubtedly annoying. And we respect the people who are trying to increase solar awareness in our state. The issue is that many of these out-of-state door knockers are 1099 independent contractors that lack accountability and proficient industry training, where they may not fully understand local solar policies, utility rate structures, tax incentives, and other important elements to properly evaluate whether solar is a good deal for you and what you are actually eligible for. Independent contractors typically have no base salary, no benefits, and little support. If they aren't selling, they aren't getting paid, and there's high turnover with low accountability. They often use high-pressure sales tactics, hoping you won't research further. As a result, you may end up overpaying with a system that doesn't live up to expectations, and you get a poor customer experience. As we mentioned in tip number 1, if the company selling you your solar system isn't the one installing it, they won't have skilled in-house technicians available to service it and ensure your investment is operating properly. Tip number 3, solar is an investment. Think long-term when vetting companies. Some solar companies are here today, gone tomorrow, leaving their customers hanging and having to find another company to provide costly maintenance that could have been covered under the original workmanship warranty. In fact, some companies don't even have a physical location in your area and may be operating out of someone's home and lacking established infrastructure. You want to work with a solar company that has a proven track record, a positive reputation, and you trust to be in business to cover your lengthy warranty, which is typically 25 years or longer. In fact, knowing how a company will handle maintaining your solar system is important as well. Ask them what their process and timeline is like for service work and whether they have a dedicated service department to handle claims. While solar equipment is very reliable and durable, it's inevitable that something may come up, even if it's as simple as a system underperforming, and you'll want to understand what it will be like working with them after the initial sale. You want to know how responsive they are and whether they are set up to handle support. New customers might praise a company during the sales process only to find out they can't get assistance after installation. This brings us to tip number 4, how to research a company and their reviews like a pro. This tip can be used when looking into any company you want to hire, regardless of industry. When checking reviews, don't just look at their overall ranking. There are some bad actors out there that will get their employees and friends to submit raving reviews in order to drown out any complaints from actual clients. It's a good practice to read the lower ranked reviews and look for consistencies and issues, as well as how the company responds to these complaints. Check multiple sources such as Google reviews, Better Business Bureau complaints, Nextdoor, or other trusted sources. And as we mentioned previously, if the company subcontracts someone else to do the installation, look that company up as well. Remember, the goal is to find a quality, reliable, trustworthy partner that will keep your solar system operating efficiently and hassle-free. If you live in New Mexico and you're thinking about making the switch to solar, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're here to answer your questions and guide you through the process to ensure that you get the best solar experience possible. So let's generate positive energy together.